What's up everyone? Today we're tackling a struggle we all know, junk food cravings. You're having a healthy day, then suddenly all you want is pizza, chips, or chocolate. It feels like you're losing control, but this is totally normal. Our brains are wired to crave high-calorie foods. In today's world, that wiring can sabotage our goals, but it's not a lack of willpower, it's biology. So, stop beating yourself up. Understanding why you crave is the first step to managing it. The good news? You can take back control. I'm sharing 3 science-backed hacks to stop junk food cravings immediately. Simple, actionable tips you can use right away. Ready to crush those cravings? Let's get started. Hack number 1 is deceptively simple, yet surprisingly powerful. Before you reach for that bag of chips or a sugary treat, pause and drink a full glass of water. It might sound almost too easy, but this small act can have a big impact on your cravings and your overall health. Why does this work? Because your brain is not always the best at telling the difference between hunger and thirst. In fact, it often mixes up the signals, making you think you need food when what your body actually craves is hydration. The hypothalamus, a small but mighty part of your brain, is responsible for regulating both hunger and thirst. When you feel a sudden urge to snack, it could be your hypothalamus sending out a distress signal for water, not calories. This overlap in signals is why so many of us end up eating when we're really just dehydrated. So, the next time a craving strikes, whether it's mid-afternoon at your desk or late at night in front of the TV, pause for a moment, pour yourself 8 to 12 ounces of water and drink it slowly. Then give yourself 5 to 10 minutes before making any decisions about food. This short waiting period is key. It gives your body time to process the hydration and for your brain to reassess what it really needs. You'll be amazed at how often that craving simply fades away. What felt like an urgent need for a snack was actually your body's quiet plea for water. Most people walk around mildly dehydrated without even realizing it, and this low-level dehydration can make us more likely to misinterpret our body's signals. Dehydration doesn't just cause cravings, it can also lead to fatigue, headaches, and trouble concentrating. By hydrating first, you're not only curbing unnecessary snacking, but also boosting your energy, focus, and mood. It's a win-win for your body and your mind. And here's something to keep in mind. Eating salty snacks when you're actually thirsty only makes things worse. Salt increases your body's need for water, so you end up feeling even more dehydrated, and the cycle continues. That's why it's so important to check in with your thirst before reaching for those snacks. Some subtle signs of dehydration include dry lips, a slightly sticky feeling in your mouth, or even just a lack of energy. If you notice any of these, it's a good indicator that your body needs water, not food. So treat every craving as a little experiment. Hydrate first, then observe how you feel. You might even want to jot down your experience in a journal or on your phone. Tracking your cravings and your responses can help you spot patterns and make better choices over time. If the craving disappears, you've solved the problem without adding unnecessary calories to your day. You've also given your body exactly what it needed, and that's something to feel good about. If the craving lingers, don't worry. You've still accomplished something important. You've interrupted the automatic pattern of crave and eat, and that pause is a powerful tool for building healthier habits. This moment of reflection gives you the chance to make a conscious, intentional choice about what you really want or need. Over time, practicing this pause can actually help rewire your brain, making it more natural to check in with yourself before reacting to cravings. To make this habit stick, keep a water bottle within arm's reach throughout the day, at your desk, in your bag, or even in your car. Make drinking water your first line of defense against cravings. Try this for just 1 week, and keep track of how many cravings vanish after a glass of water. You might be surprised by the results. Set reminders on your phone or leave sticky notes around your home or workspace to prompt you to drink water regularly. The more you practice, the more automatic this healthy habit will become. Remember, this strategy is free, easy, and comes with a host of health benefits: better skin, improved digestion, more energy, and even a brighter mood. Hydrate first, and you'll be amazed at how much better you feel both physically and mentally. And if water doesn't do the trick, don't stress. Sometimes a craving is about more than just thirst. But now you have a simple, science-backed tool to try first. Our next hack will help you tackle those stubborn cravings head-on. Let's move on. If drinking water didn't take the edge off your craving, don't worry, there's another powerful tool you can use. Welcome to Hack 2, the 10-minute timeout. This simple strategy is all about giving yourself a pause, a moment to step back and break the automatic cycle of reaching for a snack. It's not about denying yourself forever, but about creating a little space between the urge and your response. Here's how it works. Grab your phone or a kitchen timer and set it for exactly 10 minutes. The act of setting a timer is more than just a countdown. It's a commitment to yourself. For the next 10 minutes, promise yourself you won't give in to the craving, no matter how strong it feels in the moment. Think of cravings like ocean waves. They build up, sometimes feeling overwhelming, But if you wait, they almost always recede. The urge to eat something you don't really want is usually at its strongest for just a few minutes. If you can ride out that wave, you'll often find the craving fades away on its own. So, what should you do during your 10-minute timeout? The key is to distract yourself with an activity that has nothing to do with food. Step outside for a brisk walk, call or text a friend just to chat, or tackle a quick chore like tidying up your desk or folding laundry. Even something as simple as watering your plants or organizing a drawer can work wonders. The goal is to shift your focus away from the craving and onto something else, even if just for a short while. Make sure you fully commit to your chosen activity for the entire 10 minutes. Don't just watch the timer tick down. Immerse yourself in what you're doing. Setting a timer makes the timeout feel official, and it helps you stick to your plan instead of giving in halfway through. Try to be present in the moment, whether you're painting, reading, meditating, or simply focusing on your breath. Research shows that when you acknowledge a craving and then redirect your attention, you're actually training your brain to handle urges better in the future. Over time, this practice can make cravings feel less intense and easier to manage. When the timer finally goes off, take a moment to check in with yourself. Most of the time, you'll notice that the craving has lost its grip. You'll feel more in control, and you'll realize that you don't have to act on every urge that pops into your mind. Remember, feelings are just signals. They aren't commands you have to obey. Every time you successfully complete a 10-minute timeout, you're building your impulse control muscle. Even if the craving is still there, you've already won by pausing and making a conscious choice instead of reacting automatically. You're proving to yourself that you're in charge, not your cravings. Now, with a clearer mind, you can decide if you're truly hungry, or if the craving was just a fleeting urge. If you do choose to eat, you'll do so mindfully, making a decision you won't regret later. The 10-minute rule is a powerful way to break the cycle of instant gratification and the guilt that often follows. To make this hack even more effective, prepare a list of go-to activities ahead of time. When a craving hits, you won't have to think. You'll already know what to do. Keep your list somewhere visible, and maybe even set out supplies for your favorite hobbies or quick tasks. Preparation is half the battle, and it makes following through so much easier. With the 10-minute timeout in your toolkit, you're ready to handle cravings with confidence. Let's move to the final hack. Hack 3, the strategic swap. This is where you take control of your cravings, not by denying yourself, but by outsmarting them. Instead of relying on sheer willpower, you set up your environment and your habits so that making a healthier choice becomes the path of least resistance. Let's break down exactly how this works and why it's so effective. First, if you're still hungry after drinking water and taking a time out, don't try to fight the urge head-on. That rarely works for long. Instead, redirect your craving energy. Think of it as a mental judo move, using the momentum of your craving to your advantage, rather than letting it knock you off balance. The key is to satisfy your craving with a healthy alternative you've already prepped in advance. When you open your fridge or pantry, you want to see options that are just as easy and appealing as the less healthy stuff. This is where a little planning pays off big time. The biggest mistake people make is not having healthy options ready to go. When you're hungry and in a hurry, you'll grab whatever's easiest. And if that's chips or cookies, that's what you'll eat. It's not about lack of willpower, it's about what's available in the moment. So, take some time each week to prep veggies, fruits, and healthy snacks. Wash and cut carrots, celery, or bell peppers. Portion out nuts, seeds, or trail mix. Organize them in clear containers at eye level in your fridge or pantry. The goal is to make these healthy options just as convenient as chips or candy bars. Craving something crunchy and salty? Instead of reaching for a bag of chips, try carrots with hummus, roasted chickpeas, or air-popped popcorn. These swaps give you the same satisfying crunch and flavor, but with way more nutrition and fewer empty calories. If your sweet tooth is calling, don't ignore it. Answer it with something better. Blend up some frozen bananas for a creamy, nice cream, or enjoy a bowl of Greek yogurt topped with fresh berries and a drizzle of honey. You'll get that sweet, creamy satisfaction, but with protein, fiber, and vitamins your body actually needs. Remember, the goal isn't to say no to yourself all the time. It's to say yes to something better. When you choose an apple over a donut, you're not depriving yourself. You're making a choice that supports your energy, your mood, and your long-term health. Over time, your taste buds actually start to change. The more you choose whole, nutritious foods, the more your body craves them. You'll notice that overly sweet or salty processed foods start to taste less appealing, and you'll genuinely enjoy the flavors of real food. The strategic swap isn't about deprivation. It's about abundance. It's about filling your life and your kitchen with foods that nourish you, satisfy you, and make you feel good. When you focus on what you can add, rather than what you have to take away, healthy eating becomes a positive, empowering experience. You'll start to build a better relationship with food, one where you enjoy both nourishment and pleasure. Eating well isn't a punishment, it's a form of self-care that you can actually look forward to. Here's a practical step. Think about your top 3 junk food cravings. Write them down. Then, brainstorm healthy swaps for each one, options you actually like and will eat. The more specific you are, the better. For example, if you crave ice cream, maybe your swap is frozen yogurt with berries. If you love chips, maybe it's roasted chickpeas or crunchy snap peas. Once you've got your list, prep and stock these options so they're always within reach. The next time a craving hits, you'll have a plan and the right foods ready to go. Make healthy choices the easy choices by designing your environment for success. Put healthy snacks at the front of your fridge, keep a bowl of fruit on the counter, and stash single-serve portions in your bag or desk drawer for when you're on the go. This system beats willpower alone every time. It's not about being perfect, it's about being prepared. When you plan ahead, you make it much easier to stick to your goals, even on busy or stressful days. Hydration, distraction, and strategic swaps, these 3 tools together form a complete toolkit for handling cravings. Each one supports the others, making it easier to stay on track without feeling deprived. With these strategies in place, you're ready for any craving scenario. Whether you're at home, at work, or out with friends, you'll have options that keep you satisfied and energized. By adding more nutritious foods to your daily routine, you'll notice real changes. You'll feel better, have more energy, and even reduce future cravings as your body gets what it needs. It's a positive feedback loop. The more you nourish yourself, the easier it becomes to make healthy choices, and the more you enjoy the benefits, physically, mentally, and emotionally. So get strategic. Prep your swaps, stock your kitchen, and set yourself up to win. Remember, healthy eating isn't about restriction. It's about creating an environment where the best choices are also the easiest ones. With the strategic swap, you're not just changing what you eat, you're changing your whole approach to food. Let's wrap up. There you have it, 3 powerful hacks to crush junk food cravings. First, hydrate and see if the craving fades. Second, take a 10-minute timeout and distract yourself. Third, if you're still hungry, reach for a healthy swap you've prepped. These tools help you build a mindful relationship with food and put you back in control. Practice them consistently, and making healthy choices will get easier every time. Which hack are you most excited to try? Share your tips in the comments. If you found this helpful, subscribe and hit the bell for more health tips. See you next time.